We did not repaint this house. That is an oddity. That's good though. We wipe them down with Lysol, clean them up. But the guy took really good care of the house. So what you think? We got a few scratches in the floors. They're not big, they're not bad. But for somebody living here for 3 years and not any problems, that's pretty good. So we'll let the next renter run on it. Then after that right there, we'll come in and we will screed it down with a 3M pad. And then we will put another layer of 2-part epoxy over top of it. We'll reactivate the epoxy that's here. We got an agent we can put on that reactivates it, makes it where it bonds. And even with those scratches right there, once you put the layer over top of it, they go away. They just disappear. We do put blinds in our houses. So some people say, I'm not putting blinds in my people's houses because I got to maintain the blinds. We do have to maintain the blinds. But if I don't put these blinds in the house, people don't care. They'll screw them in the wall, they'll screw them in the top, they'll screw them everywhere. And then I got to come fix that crap.
I actually did do that.
Really?
Yeah.
They were putting up a banner, happy birthday for their kid, and they did a nail on every one of them. I'm looking at them and I'm like, as a landlord, I'm like, and he'll fix it before he leaves. He'll have to fix it, or they will charge him to fix it. A lot of people, 90% of people do not fix what it is. You know, they don't fix that hole. We got to put a battery in it. Oh, there's no battery in it. Wonder why. Well, it might be something that they noticed yesterday or something. Carlos was here yesterday, so he might have noticed it. I mean, it's not there at all. But if you rent from somebody, they charge you for that stuff. I mean, go in, take a little spackling, cover it up, put a no coat of paint on it. It's pretty easy to do. It's not hard. You see this crack? So number one, I need everybody to understand concrete cracks. I like the imperfections in the concrete. I like the crack. I think the crack gives the room a little bit of character. We poured the concrete when it was real cold, and they could not get it finished because the temperature had dropped down into the 20s. And they came in and they put a heat blanket over the top of it. When they put the heat blanket over the top of it, the next day when they took it off, or a couple days later when they took it off, I looked at it and it just had blemishes everywhere. And that is my absolute favorite house that the floors came out, because every blemish it had, it accented and gave it something a little bit different. So I'm a huge fan glass doors on my showers. I don't use them on my rentals because I've had it in the past, I've had them break, and it's just too much money to do it. So this house, when we built it, they changed the energy code, which required me to have X amount of insulation on the outside walls of the house. But when they did that, what that required was, it required me to make the walls 2x6s because I couldn't fit the amount of insulation that they wanted inside of the wall with a 2x4 wall. So I had to build the house with 2x6s. Then the other option was you can go with a 2x4 wall insulated, and then you could come on the back side and you can put one of those blue styrofoam boards on it, and that would get you the code that you needed to get it with that. I elected to do the 2x6 walls. Then they come in and they do a blower door test on the house. So they close the house up completely. Then they put a blower on the front door of the house. They tape it off where nothing gets in the house, and they turn that blower on, and it's only allowed to suck X amount of air through that blower over a certain amount of time. And if it sucks more air than what it's supposed to suck, then they fail you and say, hey, you need to caulk something around something. You know, you need to find out, are you getting it from your receptacle covers? Where's the air coming from? You know, because you can't have that air. And I know I'm gonna have somebody out there that does this for a living that's gonna tell me, wait, the proper term is this. I'm not trying to be correct on proper terms with it. I'm trying to make it where people can understand it.